Here's something wild. Thailand has been the #1 tourist destination in Southeast Asia for decades. 35 million visitors a year, digital nomad paradise, retirement haven, the land of smiles. But there's a massive problem brewing beneath the surface that nobody wants to talk about. Not the tourism board, not the travel influencers, not even the expats living there. And it's not what you think. This isn't about scams or tuk-tuk drivers overcharging you. This isn't about pad thai or ping pong shows. This is about something much deeper that's fundamentally changing what Thailand is and what it's becoming. Today we're diving into the uncomfortable truths about modern Thailand, the identity crisis, the cultural collision, the problems that are too politically sensitive for most people to discuss openly. And before you click away thinking this is going to be some racist rant, it's not. This is about real issues affecting real people, told honestly. Okay, so let me paint you a picture of Thailand right now. Walk down Sukhumvit Road in Bangkok. Half the signs are in Chinese. A quarter are in Hindi or Arabic. The street food vendors have QR codes for Alipay and WeChat. Indian restaurants outnumber Thai restaurants in some neighborhoods. Russian is spoken more than English in Phuket and Pattaya. And the locals? They're getting squeezed out of their own country. This is Thailand's biggest unspoken problem. It's losing its identity to mass tourism and foreign investment at a pace that's unprecedented in modern history. Now, before you say, but that's just globalization, let me be clear. This is different. This isn't cultural exchange. This isn't integration. This is displacement. Thai culture is incredibly rich. Buddhism, monarchy, family values, respect for elders. A cuisine that's influenced the entire world. A language and writing system that's uniquely their own. But here's what's happening. Thailand has become so dependent on tourism money that it's essentially selling its soul. And the effects are everywhere. Let me break down the specific groups and issues, and I'm going to be honest here, even if it makes people uncomfortable. Chinese tourists and investors have flooded Thailand in numbers that are hard to comprehend. We're not talking thousands, we're talking millions. In 2019, before COVID, 11 million Chinese tourists visited Thailand. That's more than the entire population of Sweden in 1 year. And they're not just visiting. They're buying condos, land, businesses. Entire blocks of Bangkok are owned by Chinese investors who've never even lived there. The Thai government loves this money. But here's the problem. Chinese tour groups travel in bubbles. They stay in Chinese-owned hotels, eat at Chinese restaurants, shop at Chinese-owned stores, and are guided by Chinese tour guides. The money barely touches the Thai economy. I talked to a Thai tour guide named Somchai, who's been in the industry for 15 years. He told me that Chinese tour companies undercut Thai operators so aggressively that Thai guides can't compete. He used to make good money. Now he drives Grab to survive. This one's going to be controversial, but it needs to be said. Indian tourism to Thailand has exploded. In 2023, over 2 million Indians visited Thailand. And unlike Western tourists who came in the 90s and 2000s, many Indian tourists are coming in massive family groups, demanding specific accommodations and often clashing with local customs. I've witnessed this personally. Indian tourists treating Thai service workers poorly, haggling aggressively in situations where it's not appropriate, leaving beaches and hotels in disarray, and generally operating with different cultural expectations than Thailand is equipped to handle. And before you accuse me of racism, Thai people are saying this openly. On Thai social media, there are countless posts from locals expressing frustration. Some hotels have implemented no Indian tourists policies, which is discriminatory and wrong, but it's happening because of real conflicts. The problem isn't Indian people. The problem is that Thailand's tourism infrastructure was built around Western and East Asian. Tourists who had certain behavioral patterns, and now there's a massive influx of tourists with completely different expectations, and nobody knows how to manage it. Phuket is basically little Moscow now. I'm not joking. After the Ukraine war started, tens of thousands of Russians fled to Thailand. They can't go back. They can't go to Europe. So they're in Thailand indefinitely. Pattaya and Phuket are now filled with Russian-only businesses, Russian-only clubs, Russian-only restaurants with menus only in Cyrillic. Thai people in their own country can't read the signs in their own neighborhoods. And again, Thai locals are frustrated. One woman I spoke to in Phuket said, they don't even try to learn Thai. They don't smile. They don't why. They just take over. Wealthy Arabs, particularly from Gulf states, have discovered Thailand as a playground that's more permissive than home, but still conservative enough to feel comfortable. They're buying up property in places like Pattaya, but they want different things. Halal food, prayer spaces, modest dress codes, and condo buildings. Which is fine, except it's creating tension with the existing culture that's much more relaxed and Buddhist-influenced. Okay, this is sensitive, but it's part of the identity crisis. Thailand is famous worldwide for its acceptance of trans people and ladyboys. Cathois are a recognized third gender in Thai culture going back centuries. This was always a part of Thai identity. But here's what's happening now. Thailand's transgender community has become so fetishized and commercialized for tourists that it's actually making life harder for Thai trans people. The ladyboy shows in Pattaya and Phuket aren't cultural celebrations. They're tourist traps. And they've created this perception that all Thai trans women are performers or sex workers, which is absolutely not true. I spoke to a Thai trans woman named Fa, who works in IT. She said the hardest part of her life isn't being trans in Thailand, which is relatively accepted. It's dealing with foreign tourists who assume she's a performer or a prostitute, because that's literally the only context they've seen Thai trans people in. Thailand's genuine cultural acceptance has been weaponized into a tourist attraction, and it's degrading the very community it claims to celebrate. So why is Thailand allowing all this? Simple: money. But it's a trap. Tourism accounts for nearly 20% of Thailand's GDP. That's insane. For comparison, tourism in Spain is about 12%. In the US, it's 3%. This means Thailand is literally dependent on foreigners showing up and spending money. The entire economy is structured around it. And when you're that dependent, you'll do anything to keep the tourists coming, even if it means sacrificing your culture, even if it means displacing your own people, even if it means creating problems that will haunt you for decades. COVID proved this. When tourism stopped, Thailand's economy collapsed. Not struggled, collapsed. People starved, businesses shuttered, the government had to print money and hand out emergency funds, and what was Thailand's response after borders reopened? Double down on tourism, make it even easier for foreigners. Cut visa requirements, offer tax incentives to foreign investors. They learned nothing except, we need more tourists, not fewer. Foreign investment has created a real estate nightmare. Condos in Bangkok that Thais can't afford sit empty because they're owned by Chinese or Russian investors who bought them as assets, not homes. Entire buildings are dark at night because nobody lives there. Meanwhile, middle-class Thais are being priced out of their own capital city. I met a Thai teacher named Aom who grew up in Bangkok. Her parents owned a small house near Thonglor. Developers bought out the whole neighborhood, built luxury condos, and now she can't afford to live anywhere near where she grew up. She commutes 2 hours each way from the outskirts. Bangkok doesn't feel like my city anymore, she told me. It feels like a city for rich foreigners that I happen to work in. Let's talk about something everyone knows but nobody wants to address: the foreigner tax. National parks charge foreigners 10 times what they charge Thais. Temples have different prices. Some restaurants have different menus with different prices. Now, I get the logic. Foreigners can afford more, and this money supports local infrastructure. But here's the problem. It creates a psychological division. It literally codifies that foreigners are ATMs, not people. It tells Thais, treat foreigners differently because they're not one of us. And then everyone acts surprised when Thais treat foreigners like walking wallets instead of human beings. Here's something nobody talks about. Educated Thais are leaving. If you're a young Thai person with a university degree and ambition, Thailand kind of sucks. Salaries are low, opportunities are limited, corruption is rampant, the social hierarchy is rigid, so they go to Singapore, Japan, Australia, the US. Anywhere they can make real money and have real opportunities. Meanwhile, Thailand imports cheap labor from Myanmar, Laos, and Cambodia to do the work Thais don't want to do for wages Thais won't accept. This is creating a weird situation where Thailand is losing its educated class while importing an underclass, all while catering to wealthy foreign tourists and investors. It's not sustainable. Let's talk about what happens when you mix all these groups in a country that isn't equipped to handle it. Different cultures have different norms. That's fine. The problem is when nobody adapts. Thai culture is very indirect. Thais don't like confrontation. They smile even when they're angry. They say yes when they mean maybe or even no. This is called saving face. I mean, it's deeply embedded. Western tourists kind of get this. We've been going to Thailand for 50 years. We've learned, but many new tourists don't. And when you combine aggressive haggling cultures with conflict avoidance cultures, you get tension. I watched a group of Indian tourists scream at a Thai hotel receptionist because their room wasn't ready at 2 p.m. The receptionist kept smiling and saying, "Yes, yes, soon," which made them angrier because they thought she was mocking them. She wasn't. She was doing the Thai thing. Nobody won that interaction. The tourists felt disrespected. The receptionist felt abused. And it happens constantly. Thailand is 95% Buddhist. Buddhism is central to Thai identity. But now, you have Muslim tourists demanding halal food everywhere, getting upset when they see Buddhist statues in inappropriate places, covering up Buddha tattoos, which some Muslims find offensive. You have Chinese tourists with zero understanding of Buddhist etiquette, touching sacred objects, taking selfies in inappropriate places, being loud in temples. The Thais are too polite to say anything. They just smile. But inside, they're seething. I talked to a monk at a temple in Chiang Mai. He said, "We welcome everyone. But sometimes I wonder if tourists see this as a real place of worship or just Disneyland." Okay, we also need to talk about this because it's the elephant in the room. Thailand is famous for sex tourism. Everyone knows it. Pattaya, Soy Cowboy, Nana Plaza, it's a massive industry. And here's the complicated part. It employs a lot of Thai people who have no other options. Women from poor rural areas can make more money in 1 month in Bangkok or Pattaya than they'd make in a year farming. But it's also degrading. It's exploitative. And it creates this image of Thailand and Thai women that's really harmful. The Thai government wants to move away from this image. They want quality tourists, families, culture seekers, people who respect Thailand, but they also don't want to crack down too hard because, again, money. So you get this weird situation where sex tourism is illegal but tolerated, condemned, but commercialized, shameful, but celebrated in tourist brochures that show nightlife. And the people most harmed by this are Thai women who aren't in the industry but get treated like they might be. Thai women traveling abroad get stereotyped. Thai women in Thailand get propositioned by foreign men who assume every Thai woman is available for a price. It's degrading, and Thailand can't figure out how to address it without losing tourist revenue. Also, let's be honest, Thailand has a big scam problem. Taxi drivers, tuk-tuk drivers, gem stores, massage parlors, jet ski. Rentals, tours. There are scams everywhere. And look, scams exist in every tourist destination, but in Thailand, it feels different because the whole land of smiles marketing makes it feel like betrayal when it happens. You think everyone's friendly, and then you get charged 1,000 baht for a taxi ride that should cost 150. The problem is that this erodes trust. Tourists become suspicious of every Thai person. They haggle aggressively even when prices are fair. They assume everyone's out to get them, and honest Thai people suffer. The restaurant owner charging fair prices gets accused of scamming. The taxi driver using the meter gets questioned. It creates this toxic environment where nobody trusts anyone. Here's something fascinating. Young Thais and old Thais have very different views about what's happening to their country. Older Thais remember when Thailand was poor, really poor, when the country was agricultural, when Bangkok was a fraction of its current size. They see foreign investment as progress. They see tourism as opportunity. They remember when there weren't opportunities, and they're grateful for what exists now. Many older Thais will defend the current system because from their perspective, things have gotten so much better. But young Thais, they're angry. They see a country where they can't afford to live in the capital, where they can't get good jobs without connections. where foreigners get special treatment while Thais are treated like second-class citizens in their own country. They see tourists behaving badly and getting away with it because they have money. They see their culture being commercialized and cheapened. They see their language becoming less important in their own country, and they're vocal about it. On Thai Twitter, on Thai TikTok, there are constant debates about whether tourism is helping or hurting Thailand. The 2020 protests were about democracy and the monarchy, but underneath that was this frustration with the direction of the country. Young Thais want change. This is the core issue. What is Thailand? Is it a service economy that exists to cater to foreigners? Is it a culture to be preserved? Is it something in between? Young Thais are asking, can we have economic development without losing who we are? And honestly, I don't think anyone has a good answer. Okay, so I've spent 20 minutes explaining problems. Let's talk solutions. 1. Diversify the economy. Thailand needs to reduce its dependence on tourism. 20% of GDP from tourism is too much. It makes you vulnerable and desperate. Invest in tech, manufacturing, education, healthcare. Thailand could be a medical hub, a tech hub, a regional education center, but it requires investment and long-term thinking, not just, how do we get more tourists? 2. Quality over quantity. Stop chasing raw tourist numbers. Focus on tourists who actually respect and engage with Thai culture. Singapore does this. Japan does this. They don't want everyone. They want people who will spend money, respect local customs, and leave things better than they found them. Implement cultural education requirements for tourist visas. Make people watch a 10-minute video about Thai customs before they arrive. It sounds small, but it helps. 3. Protect local ownership. Implement restrictions on foreign property ownership. Many countries do this. You can own a condo unit, but you can't own land. You can invest, but you can't displace locals. Thailand has some restrictions, but they're not enforced, and there are too many loopholes. 4. Cultural preservation initiatives. Invest in protecting Thai culture, not as a museum piece, but as a living thing. Support Thai artists, Thai musicians, Thai filmmakers. Make Thai language relevant and cool. Create spaces where Thai culture is celebrated for Thais, not just performed for tourists. 5. Honest conversations about identity. This is the hardest one. Thailand needs to have an honest national conversation about what it wants to be. Do Thais want their country to be a global tourist playground? Or do they want to preserve their culture and accept less economic growth? There's no wrong answer, but the current approach of trying to do both isn't working. 6. Fair treatment. End the two-tier pricing, treat everyone fairly. Yes, it might mean less revenue short-term, but it builds respect and trust. When you treat foreigners as equal humans rather than ATMs, they behave better. They respect you more. They spend more willingly. 7. Enforce standards. Crack down on scams, hard. Make it clear that scamming tourists is not tolerated. Regulate the taxi industry. Regulate tour operators. Enforce labor laws. When tourists get scammed, it makes Thailand look bad and it hurts everyone. Will any of this happen? Honestly, probably not soon. Change is hard, and when your economy depends on something, changing it feels impossible. But something has to give. The current trajectory isn't sustainable. So what's Thailand's biggest problem that nobody talks about? It's not any single group. It's not Indians or Chinese or Russians or Arabs. It's that Thailand has commodified itself so completely that it's losing what made it special in the first place. It's selling its soul for tourist dollars, and the bill is coming due. The land of smiles is running out of reasons to smile, and unless something changes, Thailand will become just another place that used to be magical but sold out to the highest bidder. But here's the thing, I don't want that to happen. I love Thailand, the real Thailand, the food, the people, the culture, the spirit, and I think a lot of you do too. So maybe we can be part of the solution. Travel respectfully, learn basic Thai phrases, understand the culture, pay fair prices, tip well, treat Thai people like people, not servants. And if you've lived in Thailand or visited, drop your thoughts below. Have you noticed these changes? Do you think I'm wrong? Let's have a real conversation about this. Hit that like button if this video made you think. Subscribe for more honest travel content that doesn't just show you pretty beaches. Until next time, travel with respect.